Well, we really wanted to explore, to go a bit deeper, to try to avoid the stereotypes of the Vikings and the Viking culture, and to show that there's a lot more to these characters than just these brute fighters.
How are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm very excited to have a chance to talk with you about this movie. And Alexander, we know so little about Vikings, and unfortunately, the image that we have of them is like this irrational group of men, this irrational group of people. But what I think is interesting about your character is that he is this guy that is so clever, but above all, he's so patient. You know, he's waiting for the right moment to obtain revenge. So I would like to know, what do you think about this character being quite the opposite, or maybe not the opposite, but so different to the image that we have of the Vikings, especially about the patient thing and his fate, you know,
Yeah.
he's writing his own fate.
Well, we really wanted to explore, to go a bit deeper, and to try to avoid the stereotypes of the Vikings and the Viking culture, and to show that there's a lot more to these characters than just these brute fighters. Without that was absolutely a big part of the culture, and but we wanted to portray that, but then also get to know the characters, get to know Amleth, and understand how he functions and how he what he believes and what motivates him and what he believes in, and again, the importance of fate to a character like Amleth. He is so determined and focused on the mission, which is to avenge the death of his father and save his mother and kill his uncle. And he will bide his time. He will wait, like you mentioned, for the right opportunity for that. It's been prophesied that when he's going to do it, where he's going to do it. And he, even though you might think there's an opportunity to do it sooner, to someone who believes so strongly in fate, he doesn't question it. He knows that like it would all materialize, and the time will be right when the time is right, and not before, not any sooner than that. So it's about positioning himself and be ready when that window is open.
Now, behold.
He's here. He's here.
Robert Eggers is very meticulous, and in a certain way, he's a perfectionist, and he tried to get it right in terms of historical accuracy, you know, but we are talking about a story that happened a long time ago, and there is very, very little record from the Viking stories, you know, so he took some creative liberties. Did he talk to you, or did he invited you to take some liberties at the time you were developing the character? You know, maybe the way he walks, or how he holds his sword face down, or that kind of details that we don't know exactly how it happened, but you could take, you know, the decision to make something?
Yeah, I had a tremendous amount of creative freedom when it came to shaping the character and the essence of Amleth. Like you mentioned, Rob does an incredible amount of research, and it was imperative to him that the world that we portrayed would feel as accurate as we possibly could. That we would only take creative freedom where there was no other choice. And I'm not against movies or that take a lot of creative freedom. I think it's great that you can have fun with it and make something set 1,000 years ago, but you do it in a very through the eyes of someone in 2022. But that's not Robert Eggers. Like, he wants you to feel transported back to a different era. So we really try to, with the help of some of the greatest Viking historians in the world, to create a world and a feel that would be authentic. When it came to Amleth, I also just tried to go a bit deeper in understanding the mythology, what a character like that 1,000 years ago how he would perceive the world, the natural world and the spiritual world that he existed in. The physical aspect of it had a lot to do with his spirit animal. He is a berserker and he reverts more into an animalistic state before a battle, and he becomes a hybrid of a wolf and a bear. His name is even Björnulfur, which means bear wolf. So I wanted, in those moments when he goes from being a human to an animal, I wanted to work on his physicality and move a bit more like, and look a bit more like a bear, I guess.
Thank you very much, Alexander. Again, this is a great movie. It's such an experience. So thank you very much for your time and for this movie, and good luck.
Gracias.
Or save you, mother.
I will save you, mother.